guys, it's JJ. Totally forgot what my name was. I'm sorry. Hey guys, it's JJ Simmer, and welcome to a speed build. A speed build that I am very proud of. Now, sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm usually like, okay, I like this, but like, it's not great. And this build, like, I'm just really proud of it, which is like a new thing for me, and I'm super excited about it. Like, I have wanted to build a farm forever, by the way. In this build, we're building a farm cafe, but I've wanted to build a farm forever because I just always really liked the idea of building farms, and I've always I'll search YouTube for farm speed builds. Like, I just love farms, which is weird because I could never live in a farm, but that is beside the point. So I've just always kind of loved farms, and I've always wanted to do a farm build, but I was kind of like, you know what, so many people have done them and better than I could ever do them, so I just haven't done them, even though I always wanted to. But then the other day I was just kind of like, F it, I will do this build. And honestly, I did this build about 3 times because my recording software kept on quitting out, but I really wanted to do this build one and then have this build for my channel too. So I was like, you know what, I'm not giving up. I'm gonna make sure this is done. It was crazy. Even in this recording, it stopped working, so then I had to redo stuff. So it's just, there's a lot of cutting in and out in this video because some of the stuff was super boring. And also, something I wanted to do is, there's a bunch of farm builds on YouTube. However, usually they don't use real plants. Usually they do fake, well, they'll do not fake plants, but the landscaping plants. But I really wanted it to have the real plants where your sim can come here and harvest some fruit, water some plants, and just give up their gardening skills. So you can do that here. And honestly, guys, this lot, I'm just super proud of it. It took me forever. Originally I wanted it to be a park, then for a while it was a restaurant, but then at the end I was like, this should be a cafe. Because I like the idea of it being I didn't want it to be a house too, because I just wanted anyone to go and be able to do the farming. But I definitely what was I saying? I wanted it to be a park just so everyone can come and they could do their farming. But then I was I think I just making it a cafe just kind of added a certain aspect to it. Obviously if you go this lot, you do not have to order coffee or whatever, but it's just you have the option to, which I thought was super fun. Because when I had it for a while, I actually did, and I even made uniforms. I had it as a restaurant, but then I was I feel that takes away from the whole farming aspect. I feel with making it a cafe, you're able to farm, so that's really good. But anyways, this build is not as long as I thought it was. It took me forever to do, but there was a lot of it that I cut out. All the planting, I cut that out because that was just ridiculously long. I was nobody wants to watch a solid 5 minutes of just me planting stuff. But there is a lot. I made sure to get every category. Obviously there's not every type of stuff you can garden, but I made sure that there was fruit, vegetables, flowers, and what are they called? Spices. So you have that, and there's 4 different sections, and each of those sections has a different, you can see there's 4 different fences, and each of those fences have are making one of these sections is going to have, what's it called, fruit, and the other's going to have vegetables or something like that. But can we just talk about does anybody else ever get this thing where when you're building fences, there will just be random holes in the fences? I was getting that a lot, but then I didn't even restart it. I just exited out of my game to come back and do this lot, and it was kind of gone. So I was I guess, but the fences are really weirdly shaped because I was getting holes, and I was trying to I was making it, I was making the shape weirdly so the holes would not come up. But hey, I don't know. But this there was I'm not a big landscaper, but in this lot there was a lot of landscaping that went into it. I basically had to landscape the whole thing, which was super fun for me. And I used terrain paints I never had before. I'll be honest, a lot of the inspiration for me building this lot came from Simproved. Is that her name? I think that it's because she just made when the Parenthood stuff pack came out, she made a farm build, and I was that's kind of what because I've been wanting to do a farm for a while, but that kind of was ignited that, where it was oh my goodness, I gotta do a farm. So I did a lot of I know she did a lot of terrain paint. I was I love this, and I love her build, and I'm not my build's so much better, but something I really wish was in that build was just real sorry, I just put down, oh baby, that was weird, real plants. So that's just kind of why I wanted to do one and make it a like a park, which it ended up being a cafe, but not make it a residential lot so everyone can come. And farm, maybe one day I'll do like a farmhouse. I think that would be fun to have like some farm sims. Like that'd be fun for like a challenge. Like if you have a runaway teen challenge, just make them come to this lot, and then like they can get a bunch of money from farming. However, that's kind of cheating. I don't think that's cheating though. Oh, and I added a fishing pond in, which like I was just kind of like, I feel like farms have fishing ponds, right? Right? I'm not quite sure, but guys, it's been 5 minutes and I've been talking about the build. What? You guys, honestly, I don't want to, this sounds weird, but I don't want to be one of those simmers who talks about the builds, because personally I enjoy when they talk about their personal life. But the issue is I have no personal life. Like I can't be like, oh, this weekend I went and hung out with my friends. Actually, this weekend I did, but that is a rare occasion. Like that is rare. But I had some things I want to talk to you about. Maybe I'll also talk to you about my weekend. I don't know. Let's just, it makes it terrible, like, because I'm just so awkward. Like, I hope like in the near future I'll be so much better at this. I assume I won't, but like I'm not one to toot my own horn or anything, but I can like say that like since I started YouTube about a year ago, I have definitely gotten better. So I assume that I will just keep on getting better, and one day I'll be able to like knock out a voiceover like no problem. It's gonna be interesting, and like yeah, I don't know. Do you guys think my voiceovers are interesting? What do you prefer too? Do you prefer when people like simmers like talk about the build or talk about like their life? Because I don't know. I prefer, but that's because I like kind of like Lil Simsy. Like my favorite people to watch build are Lil Simsy and Steffo Sims, and they're always talking about their hectic life. So I kind of like want to be like them, but I just don't have a hectic life. Like I just got out of school, and honestly, you'd think, oh, I'm out of school. I've been working so much on my YouTube. I have not done anything except for today. Today I made a Sims 3 build. It was like a small build. It took me 3 hours. Thank you, Sims 3, and you'll be seeing that next week. But like, it's just like, it's so slow, and it's because like I'd never built in the Sims 3 before, and I was just like, because I had the creative style tool, I felt the need to use it for everything. But anyways, I'll talk about that in that build, because we're not going to talk about a build you guys haven't even seen in this build. We're going to talk about summer break. Now, honestly, one of the reasons I haven't been working too much on my YouTube during the summer is because it's so hot, and like to film a video, I cannot have my fan blowing on me, and like that's an issue. Like, it's actually so frustrating. Like right now I'm like overheating, but for you guys I will go through that pain. I will, because I'm that committed. I'm totally kidding. I hope you can tell. People always comment, like they always tell me, they're like, JJ, we can never tell if you're being sarcastic or not. I'm like, I know, my voice always just sounds sarcastic. It's a problem. Comment down below if you have that same problem. But anyways, I'm on summer break, and honestly I'm like, I really like school. Like it's weird for me to say that I really like school, because I'm not like the best at school. Like I'm not like a straight A student. I wish I was, but I really do like school. So like when I'm out of school, it's just kind of like I have so much free time, and like I think that's actually the main reason why I started this channel. Well, not this channel, but my JJ Simmer channel, was because I had so much free time in the summer, and I was like, hey, why not do this? And also like it was a dream of mine, and I was like, hey, like I finally kind of last year had like the confidence to start it up. So I was like, now or never, you gotta do it now. So I ended up doing it then, and I no regrets, honestly. But this summer I'm like, I'll like my plans for this summer are like working on my YouTube channel and making it better, but that's it. And it's like, you know, I can play The Sims all summer, I won't have an issue, but like it's just kind of weird, you know. But I will figure it out. It's probably because I'm technically still not out of school. Like I still have to go to my school to grab something, like, but classes just aren't in session. So it's just like I'm in this like weird like, oh, am I on summer break? Am I? And then I have to fly somewhere for summer break, and I'm gone like from my home the whole summer. So that's probably why I'm feeling so weird. I'm sure though by next week I'll have like gotten used to all this like new freedom. Not new, but like, you know how like in school you kind of like, you have to go to bed at a certain time, you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do homework. It's like I have this freedom, like I can do whatever I want, which is like, shit, I don't know what I want to do. Honestly, all I've been doing is playing The Sims, and not even like productively playing, like just for fun, which like, hey, no, I'm not like shaming myself like you shouldn't be playing The Sims for fun, but like I haven't been like, I think I don't think I've recorded any videos, so you know. But hey, eventually I will get in the hang of it, and like I've been like producing so many videos a week too, so I just think that's gonna get even bigger on like summer. Like it's usually 5 a week, and I'm like, I never thought I'd be like the type of person who produced 5 videos a week, but I just love the freedom of like, oh, I can post whatever I want, you know? I kind of have set days for Let's Plays, but other than that, I can post whenever I want. So I'm just loving it, and I'm loving my YouTube, and life's just good, guys. And I'm just like, it's just, I'm having a good time. I just need to film more, you know? And I'm really wanting to like make my channel more creative and like have some more creative content. So that's something I'm going to work on in the summer. And I don't know why I felt the need to tell you guys. That was so weird. I think I'm like bipolar low-key, because I was like, oh, I hate this summer, but I was like, I'm so excited, like bipolar, right? But anyways, since I feel like I have to, since I brought up hanging out with friends, I feel like I have to bring it up because it was not a pleasant experience, which like, whenever I'm like the type of person who like, I would rather hang out alone. Like, I could be alone every day. It's kind of sad, but like every once in a while I'm like, you have to hang out with people, like, because after a while people start like resenting you for not hanging out with them. So I'm like, I'll like it's kind of like I'll hang out with them just so that like they know, hey, we're still friends. Like, so that's kind of what this was, and I regret doing it. Like, it was not a fun time for me. Like, I made the mistake of going for a sleepover, and if you know me, which none of you do, if you did, you would know that I hate sleepovers. Like, I make that clear. I hate sleepovers, but I was just like, you know what? Like, you're never gonna grow as a person if you don't try new things. So I was like, not that I've never had a sleepover before, but I was like, I will just go. Like, what is the worst that could happen? And I guess nothing extremely bad happened. I just kind of was like, I just wanted to go home. Like, I just wanted to go home, which usually happens when I have a sleepover. And it's not like I get homesick, which, like, no shade if you do. I understand. I guess in a way I get homesick because I hate going to other people's homes. But it was just kind of like, I was just over it. Like, I just wanted to go home. And I was like, oh, I would have had so much, like, it's kind of like I can hang out with people for, like, how many, like, 5 hours tops without, like, being done with it. And, like, when I get done, it's bad. Like, I'm just super antisocial. Like, I wish I wasn't that way, but like, I don't know if this is totally an unrelatable thing, and you guys are probably like, you're so dramatic. I don't know, does anybody else relate? Like, does anybody else hate sleepovers? It's just like, I get so anxious, and I just like being in my own bed, and like, it's just terrible. So it was not a fun experience. And then on top of it, I was like in like really upset mood, just things were not going my way that day, and everyone was just so insensitive about it. They're just kind of like, get over yourself, JJ. Like, and I was like, ugh, like, this is why I don't like doing this, and also this is why I don't hang out with that group of people as much as I used to, because at the beginning of the year I hung out with them all the time, but then like we just like grew apart, and I started just not liking hanging out with them. But I was like, they asked me to hang out, and I was like, you know what, like, I still want to be friends with these people, but like, they're kind of like, they're not best friends. Like, they're like arm's length friends, you know? Like, I'll hang out with them once like a month or something like that. Like, I'm not going to be like going over and having sleepovers at their house. But I made the mistake of doing that, and it was like, ugh, regrets, you know? But you live and you learn. I guess, like, it's good that I tried. Like, this is going to sound pathetic. For those of you who are like, I'm an introvert, let me just say too, but for those of you who are extroverts, this is going to sound extremely pathetic, but I'm like proud of myself for going, because it took a lot, and like, I just wanted to leave, but like, I'm proud of myself for going, which is kind of ridiculous, but I'm like a hardcore introvert. Tell me down below if you're introvert or extrovert, and I just need my alone time. But like, especially like, one of the other reasons why I went is because school's over, and I was like, you know what, you're gonna be alone all summer, like, because I'm traveling somewhere else and I don't know many people there, but I was like, you're gonna be alone all summer, at least you can hang out with people like before you leave. Like, it just, like, I just wanted to hang out with them before I left so I could be like, bye guys. But you know, I regret that decision. And hey, at least I know from next time, like, I guess, like, I'm like, it's good to like go out of your comfort zone just so you like know, like, now I know, like, you don't do that again. Maybe in the future, but for now, do not do that. And maybe don't even hang out with these group of people, because like, I don't know if you guys understand this, but like, I have these friends who like, we're friends, but like, I don't know if we're hanging out friends, because it's just like, when we hang out, there's just a disconnect, you know? Like, I can talk to them at school, but when we hang out, there's a disconnect. And at least now I'm like aware of this disconnect, you know? I was aware of it before, but I was kind of like, I've like grown a bit over the past few months, so I was like, maybe this disconnect will be gone. Wrong. But It's over. I don't need to be so dramatic about it. But like, I'm hoping this wasn't just like, oh my goodness, she's so annoying. Like, I hope like some of you guys like related to this in a weird way, or like even like we're like maybe, I don't know, I wasn't given advice or anything, or maybe you could be like, you guys were like, oh my goodness, that's so same. But also, I just want to say, I'm like, I would realize like, oh my goodness, I'm never like, oh my goodness, I love my subscribers or any of that, because I just feel like that's weird. But I just want you guys to know that I do love you in this weird way since we don't know each other, and I do really appreciate it. Like, even if I see one view of my video, I'm just like really like crying. It's just crazy to me, and I appreciate all of you guys, and I don't really hope that you relate to what I was just saying, but I hope that you got something from this video, if that makes any sense. I don't know, I think I should just end this because I'm talking crazy. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this build, and obviously you can find it on my account in the gallery, JJ Summer 1. I figured out it was 1. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.